I've said it before, I'll say it again. Teal Swan's story about satanic abuse, or is it Mormon abuse? Or is it a paedophile ring, which is a link to the Illuminati abuse? Whatever the case may be, her claims of abuse, dead children, murders happening in front of her eyes, children being created and then taken away for, well, evil means, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up that there's no evidence. It doesn't add up that she's like, oh, right, the news want to ask me, okay, I'm the poster child for satanic abuse. Anyone else asks me, like in interviews, and it's like, oh, I want to put that behind me. So mixed signals, mixed stories. And sometimes the details change. It's interesting as well that in some interviews you've even referenced having depression in your youth, in your teenage years. Is it any wonder if you're in satanic abuse? And again, if you want to create a crazy story about your life, why not create the idea of satanic abuse? Or should I say Illuminati abuse? Or should I say Mormon cult abuse? Mormon fundamentalists? Or all of the above? Does that work? Not really. So yeah, there's a lot of stories out there about Teal. Do they really add up? They probably do by now. You know, change the story enough, you get to a point where it's kind of consolidated, I suppose. And then just simply discard the parts that don't work. And then you call that a sound theory, a sound story. Well, isn't that clever? But the truth is, still doesn't add up. You know, when she's been on the news and she's saying that she's witnessed people being killed, and they ask, how come no one knew about this? And it's like, oh, well, they were children from illegal immigrants, so they can't run to the police. A bit sketchy. I'm not saying that's the whole story. You may well have been abused. I just don't think you were abused by the evil, satanic, Illuminati, Mormon, pedophile ring of the United States that travels conveniently. And you can't find or point out, in fact, no one can, where they've been active and any evidence of anything which you reported. But that's okay. We'll just take it on faith because, hey, you're a victim.
I'm not understanding, why do we support Israel so much? Is it because of what's in the Bible? Well, that's not a good enough reason. Unfortunately for this country and this Constitution, that is not a good enough reason. What do they do for us? Oh, they're the only allies we have in the Middle East. So what? They'll continue to be that ally even if we don't fund them this much money. We are funding murder of innocent people. America. I mean, I can't even describe to you how upsetting it is to me that my money that I work hard for, some of my money, even a penny, a half a penny, goes to something like that. And nobody should be okay with that. Nobody here should be all right with that. I have a 13-year-old son. That little boy, Ahmed, that got shot in the head and lying on the ground bleeding while people are around him, chanting for him to die. My son is his age, and I cannot imagine my baby boy being on the ground like that with people around him chanting for him to die and nobody caring to help him. Why are we okay with this? I know that there's suffering everywhere in the world. I get it. I understand that, right? But we fund this kind of suffering, and that's the problem that I have with it. We have to do something about this. We have to speak out against this. I mean, I am sorry. I've been crying all week. I'm trying so hard. I just don't understand it. And I just feel like as humans, we need to care. We need to try to do something about this. We need to open our eyes. It's not the way it's supposed to be. And people are profiting off of the suffering of others. And I can't sit here and imagine another dime of my money going towards something like that. And I don't think I believe many people would feel the same way I would feel if you've seen these videos and if you knew what was happening. So I put it out there for you to know what's happening. And I pray to God that you guys do something about this.